for children, I will actually hold the space for them while they're shedding what they have been subjected to. I don't have to have permission, I don't have to, touch them, I don't have to do anything. It's just when I see kids that are dysfunctional, like this one little boy that was in an elevator in San Francisco, and he was, maybe 4 years old, he was jumping up and he wanted to press the buttons, and his mother slapped him across the back of the head. And my heart stopped. I was like, he's 4 years old. I mean, that's what 4-year-old boys do. So I turned and I looked at her and I just kind of didn't even think about it. I picked him up and I said, do you know what 6 looks like? And he said, yes. And I said, would you push 6 for me? And I put him down and he laughed. Right? So rather than going from being hurt and maybe remembering that as a negative event, that's all it takes to turn around and to making it something that is positive. And children are very forgiving. Children are willing to forgive their parents almost anything. And then there's the limit, right? And when kids reach the limit, it's very difficult for them to go back. Very, very difficult. So this process actually helps people release all that negativity. They're able to actually engage. Now, there's a number of different processes that I learned over the years. How many of you know emotional freedom technique? Right? So I actually wrote out, because nobody else would do it, I wrote out the emotional freedom technique. It is, but it's changed. When I first learned it, it was tapping and then the fingers here, right? Now it's the karate chop and here, 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 under the arm. The 2 rib cages in the top of the head, right? So that's all that's needed. So Gary, who invented this tapping, he lives up in Marin, and I think he's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's had people who are totally afraid of water in 1 hour submerge themselves. I mean, it really is incredible. The things, there's EMDR, right? EMDR is, it's, moving rapid eye movement, right? And you can actually get your brain to switch off and change patterns by doing rapid eye movement. I did a process where they actually hooked my head up with electrodes and then my fingers, and then they hooked me up to a computer, and you could actually see left brain, right brain. And I was 90% left brain. And I saw how my left brain was always arguing with the right brain for dominance. Physically, you can see on the screen that they're having this argument. And so I said, that's cool. I said, I wonder if I could do this. And you could see my heartbeat, and I got my heartbeat to flatline. You can actually use your brain to do a lot more than you think, but having the ability to see how your brain connects is an amazing tool, because I know I can't, but I actually think that I can feel when my right brain takes over from my left brain. So I did all this work so that I'm now 51% left brain and 49% right brain. And I never knew until I took these courses that you could actually change left brain to right brain. How many of you have ever thought that you're so dominant left brain that you'd like to be more creative? You ever thought that?
I'm a designer.
Well, you're very dominant left brain though, right? So if you, let's say that you go to sit down on a Sunday and you want to write a book, right? But it's a book about your life. It's a book about law of attraction. It's, a book to help other people. Is that left brain or right brain? Right brain, right? How to build a house is a left brain. How to anything is a left brain. But when you're doing something that is law of attraction or helping other people, it really is a right brain activity. So you can actually find out by, if you hold your right knuckle over your right nostril, everybody play, blow out. Now recognize how much air is free flowing. Now hold the left knuckle over the left nostril. You see the difference?
Resistance.
Right? So how many of you had more free air flowing from your right nostril?
Yeah.
Right? That means you're in left brain mode.
Wow.
Right?
What? Opposite.
It is always opposite. And if you had more free air flowing from the left side, you're in right brain creative, which is a good place to be when you're listening. But we flip every 90 minutes. But let's say you only had 2 hours to write, right? And you're in left brain, but you want to be in right brain. You know that right here, underneath the collarbone, there's a soft spot. It's where one of the glands, this is the gland that protects you from all the toxins that we breathe and the water, you know, that has the chemicals. So if you touch right here, it's a little bit sore. Everybody find it? A little bit sore. That's because of the toxins that we're breathing. That's a good thing. So if you press really, really hard and start at 12 o'clock and go towards your left shoulder and rub as hard as you can in a circle, you'll flip from whatever side of the brain you were using to the opposite side. Isn't that cool? Now try again. You did. Now you're right brain.
It cleared my nasal passage.
Well, that's a bonus. So really, that's all it takes to flip from left brain to right brain. So if you're going to work on your taxes in January, what side of your brain do you want to be on? You want to give it to your CPA. That's the right side. So they're just really cool techniques that you can use to not have to struggle, because life is not meant to be a struggle. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to show you how you can be empowered by everything and everyone that you meet. Everyone has a gift to give you. And it's kind of like the revolving door of life. You know, if you miss connecting with people, you've missed a gift in your life. So take the time every day to look up and recognize, to see what people are coming into your life and what you think the gift is that you're getting and what gift you're giving to them. Because it really is a send and receive mode. So I want to thank all of you for being here. It is just so much fun. I've enjoyed this so much. I'll be signing books. If you want to follow us out to the table, I'll be signing the books, so you can just get them up the cash register. And if you have questions, Ruby will be here to answer some questions. This is the book I wrote because I had a consultant who said I wasn't playing enough. So I wrote the book, mixing it up, and making a list and checking it twice what singles need to know. To me, that was play. And then the Create Your Own Reality was my journey going through the Epstein-Barr virus and all the things that I used, and looking at our